Welcome to the Blue Cup in the Attic. This Blue Cup in the Attic is called Gang Stalking, how they lure you into joining. Okay? No portion of the Blue Cup in the Attic may be used without the expressed written consent of Kimmy Wyatt. Okay, and that's me. First things first, a couple of things I want to get out in the open. You guys, please, I do not think that you're being stalked by a gang, or when someone says gang stalking, you take it in the literal sense. Gang stalking absolutely has nothing to do in 90+ % of the times with the gang, 95% or more. There are maybe a gang that is stalking someone because they are fixing to kill them. Okay, that's not even really stalking. Okay, stalking is usually has no death intention whatsoever. It's just some pervert or some crazy that wants to see you 24 hours a day. So they have to and know your whereabouts 24 hours a day. So because they can't be in multiple places, they will hire, for lack of words, other people to stalk you on their behalf. Okay, which is inclusive of video. Okay, what's the use of having someone stalk someone on your behalf if you can't see them? These are bona fide perverts. There's a guy over here that sits in his vehicle even though he has the AC on and it's 90 something plus degrees right now. Okay, I'm like, are you serious? And you go around to take your trash out, you come back, because I'm always outside. You come back and he's still in his vehicle, just sitting there with tinted windows, watching some woman in her apartment, either myself or some of the women in building 4, because building 4 is full of women. Okay. He lives in the building 4. Go figure. So that I wanted to get that out of the way. Also, donations. I am accepting donations for my causes, for things I need to do. I appreciate you in advance. Send those donations via PayPal, and that's paypal.com. And send the money, use the send money link, and send those funds in any amount to the account KimMeWyatt2, as in 1 2, numerical, at outlook.com, outlook.com. As mentioned before, and other Soup for the Souls and the Blue Cup in the Attics, I used to be the type of person that wouldn't ask a person for a thing. But, you know, it took someone that I dated that had a substantial amount of money, actually, that let me know that one day I was going to need someone. But I was okay. I'm not this type of woman. If I don't need you, I don't need you. You know. If we're dating, I'm okay. But if I need you, I expect for you to be there, especially if you can. Okay. And that's how I operate. But, you know, if I don't need you, I don't need you. And this guy had a lot of money. As a matter of fact, he was also in lieu of his normal job at the hospital, he was also in the oil industry. Okay. So he had a lot of money, and he was right. So with that being said, I appreciate all of your donations. I do need them, and trust me, they will be used in the correct form and fashion. Okay. Let's see, another announcement. Oh, you guys, I do my darndest to respond to anyone who comments on anything that I do. You know, if you're just commenting and where it doesn't need a response, then I'll just click like to the comment. But if it's something that needs a response and you haven't gotten a response from me, please know that I haven't seen it. I haven't seen it. And please, I tell people, I've been telling you guys here lately to please, if you're truly trying to get in touch with me. Now, if you're just commenting and you hadn't heard anything from me, it is because I haven't seen it, and you may not be looking for a response. But if you are looking for a response, you may ask me a question or anything. You're trying to get in touch with me for whatever reason, please try to contact me in multiple places. I'm telling you because there's some stuff going on, you guys, as you guys already know. And I didn't see it, honestly, hands down. And that's the honest to God truth. I didn't see it, because if I see it, I'm going to respond to it. There has been minimal times where I've seen a comment and went back right and did not respond, but yet I went right back to it like the next day because I was probably about to log out anyway. And so I left it there as if I hadn't seen it. So it would be there when I logged in the next time. And it was always there. Okay. I don't think I have any other announcements other than that. If I do, I'll just let you guys know what's going on. My goal, one of them is to move. I gotta move, and I gotta get in a house. I cannot be in another apartment, and that's going to put a lot of stress on me because right now I'm not able to do that. So yeah, so any way that you can help me in my cause of getting these words out, this information out to people, regardless of what I do, I really would appreciate it. Also, oh, here's a message: subscribe to the channel. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, you guys. And so that you can keep abreast of what's going on with me. It is so much, you guys. If I have to show you, if I have 130 plus videos now, just imagine, I really have a lot of things to share, to show you how to do this, to don't do that, from finances to a whole bunch of things. Now, that may be ironic, but keep in mind, I know a lot about finances. I just went through a downturn in my life, and it happens, but I do know some things just from working for a bank, things that I can pass on to you about insurance, just anything. So I like for people to know what I know in most cases, excuse me. That didn't want to come out, did it? Except for in my personal life. That's the part that gets me the most. I don't have a personal life anymore because I have idiots. You know what I'm saying? You know the situation, the purpose for this video. So, what I want to let you guys know, besides, what I said earlier, gang stalking, there's no gang stalking you, okay? Unless you have done something to one of the members and they're stalking you, because they're gonna get you. But trust me, there's no stalking. They're gonna find you. Okay, because if you did something to them, they know where you're usually located. It's usually gang related. They're going to find you within 72 hours. Chances are within a week or something, and you're gone. Okay, if that's the case. So, but gang stalking in the definition sense, in the reality sense of what's going on with myself and what's going on with a lot of people in the world today, I didn't even know how many people were being stalked like this, and likewise race-wise, me being Blafrican, which is my term for black people or a black person, I had no clue. Okay, so that was somewhat of a relief to know that it's not necessarily racial. Not saying that. Okay, let me explain something. When I say not necessarily racial, I'm thinking black African women. Because where I was, it was only Blafrican women they were stalking, or not stalking. I'm being stalked. And I know of other women that were, but it was only Blafrican women, really, in both places. Because I'm in a place now that it's only 99% or 97%. I'll say 98% Blafrican people over there. Same thing. It was a different situation, but only black freaking people were being spied on, with the major percentage being Guatemalans, Salvadorians, Honduras, Mexicans. Okay, that lived in the complex. So I hope I explained that correctly. In other words, only Blafrican women and Blafrican couples are being spied on. Okay, or were. Although I have video. See, I've got video, you guys, of a conversation between two gentlemen. I don't even want to call them gentlemen perverts, where one of them, Caucasian dude or Caucasian looking dude, was telling the Hispanic dude that lived in my former complex, or vice versa. That would be a lie. I don't know which one of them was saying this, but I think it was a Hispanic dude, and he made some, I'm going to paraphrase, yeah, and some of the people want to see biracial, mixed or something like that. In other words, mixed girls, or females. So moving right along, the major way that they lure victims of the victims. No, that would be a good way to put it. The major way they lure people into gang stalking to join into the club, for lack of words, is with, drum roll, money. Money. Money can make a lot of people do a lot of things that they normally would not do because they have lack of it. Okay. Money will make people do a lot of things that they normally would not do because they have a lot of it. Money is the ruler of all evil. Well, that's Satan. But, money will make people do things. Just like the OJs said, money, 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 Some people got to have it. Some people really need it. In other words, some people will do anything. That first line, some people got to have it, they'll do anything. And some people really need it. They need it, but they're not going to necessarily go do anything. Wonderful lyrics. Okay. They're not going to go do anything, just anything to get it, rather. So money, 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 money. So here's a scenario. I got on a suit. I'm a male. I've been watching you because you're not the one that's being stalked or I want stalked, but you live in the vicinity of the area to the person that we want stalked, upstairs, downstairs, behind the apartment, and right next door, across the hall. But usually across the hall would not work because that's really another part of the building. When I'm speaking on apartments or condos, whatever, any multifamily units, okay? And so they're usually going to go up to the sides or down when they're looking for people to spy on so that they can see how you operate, if you have a job, what kind of vehicle you have, how you dress, how you carry yourself, body language, if you talk and speak, if they hear you saying something, how do you talk and speak, your dialect. And how they do this is to stalk you, meaning wanting to initiate you into being a stalker. So they're going to stalk you first, sit in the vehicle. Most of these apartment complexes don't have working gates. They come in and they sit in the vehicle and watch you either from a distance or sitting in the vehicle watching you. Here's the deal. I did a Blue Cup in the Attic on senses. We don't pay attention to our senses, and they are aware of that, meaning your nose, your mouth, your ears, your hearing, rather, your sense of your mouth and everything. So they know that if they're sitting in the vehicle and they're sitting out there, not necessarily all the time, which would be obvious, but they're sitting in their vehicle, backed in, facing your apartment. This is you. They want to get you to watch this person. You haven't done anything, and the person they're watching hasn't done anything. But you're a male, you're another male or a couple, so they will watch you to see what your pattern is, your daily pattern, what you do. Finally, when they realize you look pretty broke, you're wearing regular clothes, you know what I'm saying, they're going to eventually come and knock on your door and ask you to be a stalker. And they're not going to say it like that. Number two, okay, once they have made a decision that they want you to be a stalker, to stalk someone else, or you to be a stalker, rather, they're going to come knock on your door. This is number two. And they're going to be dressed in, appropriately for the job. In other words, for the lure, Lure. And they're going to probably have on a suit. They're going to come up with all kinds of stuff. They may even be dressed as maintenance. They come on. It's limitless at this point. Number two, how they have to be dressed. It depends on how they want to approach you. If they approach you with a suit on or dressed up as, with a dress or something, or it could even be a male and a female dressed churchy, for lack of words, then they're going to seal the deal, basically, because here you have a male and a female They knock on your door. You answer it without opening it in most cases, as most Black African people will not do or will do. They do not open the front door. They will speak through the front door before opening. And you hear, and I may have said that will not do or will do wrong, but the gist of it is they are going to talk through the door. And when you, and look out the peephole, and when you say you're a special agent, they, knowing they haven't done any drugs or anything, and they may say, we're special agents and we need to question you about your neighbor downstairs. Who wouldn't do that? Especially if you're nosy, you know what, and stupid, you know. And so they're in your apartment, you know, and so they'll lie with false documents. She stole this from such and such. We need you to spy on her. We're going to pay you to spy on him. We're going to give you money, this amount every blah, blah, blah. We're going to put cable because cable is needed. We're going to put cable in your apartment and give you a big screen TV that you can have even when this is done. We're going to buy you drugs, whatever kind of drugs. Now, here's the deal. If they buy drugs, they're probably not going to say they're an agent, okay? But they can also say this is a program, and we, since weed is legal in some states, we can provide you with weed. Organized crime, you guys. Some of the people involved in this at the top are drug dealers. Okay? Drug dealers, not gangs, okay? Or gang members. They could be a drug dealer, just a gang member, but you know what I'm saying. This is not the Bloods and the Crips, for instance, you know, spying on you. Come on. If they want you out, you're out. At least there's going to be a pretty darn good attempt. So, and it's going to be done in ample time, not sitting there spying on you every freaking day. Okay? So once they do that, they show false documents, dress up, yada, 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 yada. And number 3, they're going to give money in most cases right there on the spot. When they give that money right on the spot, that seals the deal. That's a done deal, because they're letting you know that they're legitimate, or letting you feel they're legitimate, that this money is going to keep on coming depending on what they've told you. They tell you they're going to buy you a vehicle. In most cases, they will do that. You know, in other words, lure, okay. Coerced. You know what lure means, you know, when you are fishing, if you're a fisherman or just leisurely a fisher person, you know what I'm saying? You put the bait on the hook and you throw the rod, the line in the water. You're trying to lure prey onto your hook so you can hook them. Same thing. It's the exact same thing. Okay. Once they're hooked, they're going to come in with some little equipment, you know, that and tell you how to work it out, how to do this, what you need to do. All that's a done deal. This is number 3, the equipment. But they're going to also say they need access to your apartment at any time, which means they will come over. Now, you don't have to answer if you've done this, but most cases you're going to answer because this is amazing. And we were broke and now we have some money and we have a vehicle. Yeah, answer the door. We're getting weed and we're getting drugs and all this. You know what I'm saying? It's just silly, very silly. And so then comes the kaboom. Either they tell you at that meeting, the initial meeting, or they will, because they're in contact with you. They need your phone numbers and everything. Either they're going to tell you during the initial meeting, or they're going to contact you later and tell you, we need to come in and install even more equipment. You know, this is lifting up of the carpets. This is installing equipment that will drop down into the wall. And here's the deal. These are apartments. So, or upwards, you know, they can do things. So if the person's upstairs, I was in my apartment over there at my other apartment, and every step I took, basically someone was following me up under my steps. Now, you're going to think, oh, that was just the apartment creaking. No. I said following me every step I took. And I didn't understand when I got in my apartment, I swear before the Lord, and this just came to me. In my living room, when you went in the corner, as you're going into one of the corners, like the corner by the blinds, the corner by the vertical blinds, it literally sunk down. If I say from the corner going back and towards the living room to the middle of the living room, diagonally from that corner, it was sinking down. That was the deepest, but it sunk down probably starting 2 steps from the middle of the floor. And I had a pretty big sized living room, you guys. I did. So I didn't understand, why was the floor like that? It's unbalanced. As a matter of fact, it got when I noticed it, it immediately got to the point where I thought I was going to fall through the floor. Okay, why am I telling you this? This is because they will come in and totally destroy an apartment. Yet, especially if you've agreed to spy on someone, yet when you move out, everything's going to be okay, because once again, the people at the top, the people who are doing this in most cases the people who are doing this are Guatemalans, Hondurans, Mexicans. Who builds most of the buildings and things in this country or in America or anywhere, basically? Guatemalans, Salvadorians, Hondurans, and Mexicans. And if not the first three, the latter. Okay? So they know how to fix your wall once there's a hole in your wall, to where no one will know, or if it's minuscule, the damage. Very, very minuscule. This is what they do, okay, in most cases. And that's not a prejudice statement, that's a fact. I hate to hear people saying, oh, that's prejudice. No. Do you not know who builds most of the stuff here? You didn't know? You didn't know that most times a maintenance guy is going to be a Hispanic in your apartment complex? You didn't know that, or at least one of them? You didn't know? Okay, they're very crafty in building things. Get over yourself. You just get over yourself. It is what it is. And so because of that, because they're crafty building stuff, you're set. Number 3, you're set. The extra equipment has to come in. We're going to pull up your carpet. We're going to do this and blah, 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 blah. You're set. You come in your apartment and, hey, you come in and you see equipment every time you leave. You just see equipment and stuff all over, all over. But don't get it twisted. They know how to fix that so that when the time comes, and because it's usually an inside job with the maintenance at that complex, it's a done deal. Okay? It is a totally done deal. So let's see. Is there a number 4? No, it's really not a number 4. You're in. You're getting compensated according to whatever you guys have agreed with, or whatever they tell you. They're going to give you money, and there you go. You're watching someone in their apartment. You're doing all kinds of stuff. They're going to teach you how to do cast to device and teach you how to do all of this stuff to spy on this person, because they need you to be them, their eyes at all times. Okay. And like I said, if you're an idiot or stupid, you're going to fall for it. If you're broker than broke, or broker than a joke, you don't care about anyone but yourself, you're gonna be a part of the problem, not part of the solution in the lives of Black African people. So congratulations on that. Okay. So money is it. And I think I summed it up. That's it. It's all about money. As a matter of fact, I mentioned in another the Blue Cup in the Attic. I accidentally did a Blue Cup in the Attic, and I called it I call it Soup for the Soul. But then while recording, because I wasn't going to start over, I corrected that. So there is a Soup for the Soul out there that is SFTS, and then in parentheses it has TBCITA, which are the acronyms for the Blue Cup in the Attic. So you guys will know there is one like that. Okay, so I've made my announcements. Once again, please be sure to donate. And you can send that donation via PayPal. That's paypal.com/KimMeWyatt. No, 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 no. Ooh, that would be nice. No, no, PayPal. You know what? PayPal should do that. Why is it people, your company can't have its own PayPal URL? Hint, hint, PayPal. I think if your company is dealing with PayPal and has dealt with PayPal for about 1 to 2 years, depending on 24 months, you should be able to get your own PayPal URL, meaning people should be able to go to paypal.com/sexy resell, for instance, sexy resell, and all of your stuff is there or something or whatever. That would be great. So there you go, PayPal. There's a tip for you. It's like a social media payment platform, which is another idea. Where am I coming up? I always come up with stuff, you guys. So, hasta la vista, buenas aires, buenas noches, arrivederci, au revoir, salida. Don't let the doorknob hit you or the good Lord split you. Ciao, Bella, ciao, Belo, smooches. And before I go, okay, please comment, you guys. I want to know that this is reaching, good or bad, that this information is reaching someone. You know what I'm saying? Because I do continuously post up, and and thank you for those who have been commenting, and thanking me as well, with your comments, everything, because that's my goal. My goal is to inform people that this is not just, I hate to say just, but this is not, so I retract that. This is not the spying of old, people spying on people, following them. All that's included, why you think I'm not only being spied on, I'm being stalked. So I'm one of the people that are going through both. Okay. I'm literally being stalked. So yeah, but this is not, even though this is not, this is not the spying of old. This is new technology, new type of spying, everything. So you're basically gonna get a heightened equipment that is the highest technology available at the moment. And I'm gonna tell you, if this equipment that I'm speaking of can look through walls, can look through brick, can look through ceramic, can do all these things, then how can it get any better? What are you going to be able to look up in the sky and see Jesus? Gotta go. Who knows? Bye.